Hey everyone, what's going on? Bustero here, and in this video we are going to be spending a ton of units on mastery upgrading. As you can see by my unit count, I have over 6,400 units saved up, and it's a little bittersweet. I've been saving these units for probably around 2 months, maybe a little less than 2 months. And I've spent some units, but so if I hadn't spent units, I'd probably be at around 8,500, maybe close to 9,000 units. But that's a lot of hard work in the arenas and opening arena crystals and getting the milestones from solo event quests and also alliance event quests, and those sources. So real quick, let's just go into the masteries, and I'm gonna let you kind of know what my aim is. So I am going to be putting in points into deep wounds and into assassin. Now my plan is to put in 5 points in assassin, and for now maybe three, maybe 4 points into deep wounds. And of course I need to get despair, and unlock despair at 1 level in order to access deep wounds, and then I need to put points into deep wounds, 1 point at least, in order to access assassin. And this is going to require some restructuring. I'm going to be taking points out of certain areas and so that I can put them into these areas. So right now I think it's free to kind of redo your masteries, but if I'm adding new masteries and I'm unlocking new masteries, that's going to cost. So and also to recover, if you have any recovery points, I think you're going to have to use those. If you don't have any recovery points, I think it's free, but you have to use them up before you get to do it for free, which I think is a little ridiculous. But first, before we do that, we're going to do 2 fights. We're going to do a fight before the mastery rearrange and upgrade, and one afterward. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into Realm of Legends, and I'm going to take in Wolverine. And right now, as you can see, we have a pretty stacked mutant synergy team. So, and I'm going to use the same team for the next fight for both fights, just so that it's constant, so that both tests are even, except for what changes we're testing. So let's go ahead and get into it. And also, I'm going to speed up this fight. I'm upgrading the production value just a little bit, and I'm going to be speeding up the fight so that you guys don't have to watch through the entire. It's going to be a long fight. Both are going to be long fights. I think the second one's going to be a bit shorter, but I'm going to speed up the fight. So I'm going to put in the description below, I'm going to put the time index point where the fight ends for the first one and where the fight ends for the second one. And if you guys want to watch the fights, I'm going to speed them up, and they're going to be super fast. The sound's going to be a little weird, but so for right now, that's the way it's going to be. But you can skip the fight and just see the end result, how many hits it took, and kind of roughly how long it took, I suppose. But that's only going to be really gauged by the sped up version, I guess. So I'm not going to really time it or anything, but we want to also to see kind of how many hits it takes, because deep wounds will, I think, lower the number of hits, as well as assassin for sure. So anyway, so let's go ahead and get into this fight, and I'll see you guys soon. Alright. So, let's see how many hits it took in total. 437 hits. I got hit 11 times. So the first time I took damage, I took hits, it was on purpose. I did it exactly at 100 hits, my 100 hit combo. And I always wanted to showcase a little bit of Wolverine's regeneration. For anybody who doesn't know, and most, if not many, or most of you probably do know, that when Wolverine's awakened, the higher his signature ability is, the more health he's going to regenerate. But it's, I think it's a 8% fixed chance to regenerate a certain number of health. But you don't want to use your power bar. It's based on the level of the power you have. So that's why I didn't use any specials, because that would just keep me in the fight, and I would just, whenever I did regenerate, it would regenerate more. So you want to max out the power, and you don't want to use specials. I mean, there may be a situation like if you're at the end of the fight and you can end the fight quick, then maybe you want to do that. But by and large, you just want to hold on to your energy, or to your power. Anyway, so 437 hits. Oh, and the second time I got hit, that was, I slipped up on that one. First time I didn't, though. So for 437 hits for Winter Soldier. So let's go ahead and back out of here. And quest. And we're going to drop some serious units on upgrading masteries. So, okay, so I know I'm going to need at least, let's see, how many do I need? Well, let's go ahead and take a look. So I believe it's 2 to unlock, Despair. Then Deep Wounds, it's going to take, I think, 1 for every level, and I think it's 1 for every level for Assassin. So our goal is to get 5 in Assassin, 3 or 4 in Deep Wounds, and we're going to have to get 1 in Despair. So that comes out to, let's say 3 for Deep Wounds for now. So that's 8, so it's 9. And I already have 3. Let's just double check and make sure. So I have, where are we at here? There we go. So 3 Carbonadium cores, that's how you say it, and 10 Stony Mastery cores. You need a total of 2 Stony Mastery cores for each level of Deep Wounds and Assassin. So that means that for 8 total, I would need 16, so we need 6 of those. So let's go ahead and just go to the store. Actually, you know what, before we do that, let's go to the store first, actually. So we're going to need mastery points, or mastery cores. 550 units pop. Okay, so how many do I want? I have 3. Let's go ahead and go for 3 for that, and 8. Well, I don't want to mess up here, so let's just do 7 for now. I know I'll at least need that many. And Stony cores, let's just do 4 for right now, and we'll get more if we need it. Okay, so my units are now at 2,042. Man, okay, so we'll just drop serious units right there. A little bit sad, but the benefit's going to be really good. So let's go ahead and go back into masteries. And let's go ahead and recover some of these points. Actually, for utility, I don't think I'm going to change anything in utility for now. I want to keep utility the way it is. And okay, so I'm going to explain a little bit about what I'm going to do here. So salve, however you say that, I have it at 3 out of 3 right now, and I don't think it really does a whole lot. It's a PI boost, so I think it'll help with, boosting your PI to give you more points in arena. And at lower levels, I think it helps out. At higher levels in the game, when you're at higher levels, I don't know if it really helps out a whole lot. I mean, it'll give you 4 health twice per tick for 60 seconds, so you're getting 8. So twice per second. So it's 8 per second over 60 seconds, so over a whole minute. I'm not going to do the math right now, but I mean, it gives you a bit of health. But I think the points are worth more right now. So let's just go ahead and recover all of these 24 points, and I'm going to recover all these ones as well. And you know what, while we're at it, well, do I want to do that? No, I don't want to do that. Okay, so let's go ahead and start adding in points where I want to use them. So I'll put one in that. One here because we need those to get to the other ones. I'll put one in here in Pierce. I'm going to keep my precision and cruelty. No, I don't want to do that. The way it was. Got the right one, right? Okay, good. Wish there was a way you can just count it faster instead of having to do one after the other, but it is what it is, I guess. Alright, we'll max out precision. Put 1 point in lesser cruelty, and we'll put 5 points in, I guess it's just called cruelty. And the 5th one, and there we go. Okay, so I had 3 points in courage, and let's take a quick look at this. So for every point, so for the first point you get 10%. Actually, let's read what it says. So increase the attack of champions by 10% while they're below 50% health. So that goes up 5% for every level, but it starts at 10. So as far as percentage goes, you get the most benefit per point just by having 1 point in there. So it's kind of like Assassin, but not quite. Assassin gives you more. It has Assassin also gives you like opponent decrease defensive ability and increased offensive ability for yourself at certain points. So we're going to do 1 for courage here. And we also had 1 point in glass cannon, but that ups my attack by 2.4% at the cost of 2.4% maximum health. So we're just going to ignore that one. I don't think we're going to do that one again. And didn't have any in Fury, in the Fury masteries. Alright, now here's where it gets interesting. So we're going to rank up. Oh, and I guess this doesn't cost us any units. I thought it was going to cost units for ones that I hadn't. I guess it's only for unlocking ones you haven't unlocked. Okay. Deep wounds. So view details. Okay, let's unlock that. And we'll put 1 point in there. So we might actually be able to do 5 in deep wounds and 5 in assassin. I might actually do that. I thought I'd be a couple hundred units shy of being able to do that, but I think we might do that actually. Okay, so I have 1 there. Okay, so let's go ahead and put some points in defense. I just want to make sure I'm not messing myself up at all. So we have 1 there, 1 in there. Okay. Block proficiency. I want to max out block proficiency. I want to keep that at 5. Or I guess 4 is the max number. I think block proficiency is important. We're going to put 1 in perfect block because I do want stand your ground. There's the argument that you shouldn't be taking heavy hits or heavy attacks from opponents. But I think the reality is that eventually you do kind of slip up. And having stand your ground maxed out, for me at least, is really come in handy. Now let's look at the information here. So at 50%, so what does the mastery say? It says while blocking your champions have a X amount percent chance to resist a block break. And so for the first level it's 17%, and then it goes to 20, 25, 33, and 50%. So for now, I think we're just going to go to 4, and we're probably going to max that out, but I want to make sure we have enough for assassin and deep wounds. Actually, you know what? We might. I wanted to put 1 into willpower as well, because willpower gives you a 0.5% what is it? It says for each new type of detrimental effect your opponent suffer or your champion suffer, they regenerate 0.5% health per second and gains plus 65 armor until that effect expires. No effect on robots. So for each level, disregarding the armor part of it, you get, for the first level, you get 0.5%, and then it only goes up 0.1% for every one. So you're getting the most out of willpower you're getting most out of the first level. But the increase in each level, I'm not sure is worth the points at this point. I think post 12.0 update or 12.0.1 update, it might not be worth it. But I do need, how many points do I have in here so far? I have 11. Okay, so I will need 4 more points in this in order to get, willpower. Okay, well, willpower, I may not do willpower right now then. But let's go ahead and, let's see how many, I have 13 more points. So if I wanted to put 4 more in Deep Wounds and 4 more in Assassin, that's 8. Yeah, this could work. Okay, so let's go ahead and max out Assassin first. Yes. Okay. Unlocked, and put another point in there. Four is unlocked, and we'll put the point in there, and let's see if we have enough. We do. Alright. Assassin at level... Oh, not yet. There we go. Rank 5 out of 5. Okay. Let's go ahead and start putting them in Deep Wounds. Now, Deep Wounds is going to benefit champions who cause bleed. And it won't really... I don't think it will benefit champions who don't cause bleed. However, Wolverine has recently become one of my top champs, and I use him in Alliance Quest. And again, one, he causes really good bleed for people who aren't bleed immune, but also he regenerates really well. And so regeneration is super beneficial, I think. Anyway, and there are also other champions that cause bleed too, but Wolverine is one of them, and so this will definitely benefit him. Okay, so I need 2 more of these. Okay, so what all do I need? So for 3 more levels of Deep Wounds, I'm going to need 3 Carbonadium cores and 6 Stony cores. Okay, masteries. Let's see how many, it says how many I have, right? I don't see where it says how many I have. Okay, so I'm going to take a quick look and see how many I have of these. I have 1, so I need 2 more of those, and I need 6 Carbonadium cores. So let's go ahead and buy those. 2 of those. And 6 of those. And I have 132 units left. Okay. Sorry for the long video, guys. After I speed the second fight and the first fight being sped up, it will probably not be as long as I'm seeing the counter right now. So yeah, so let's go ahead and put in more points into Deep Wounds. Alright, and it's at 4 now, and let's go ahead and put it in at 5. Alright, 6,000 units, I am hoping well spent. We have 5 more. I'm going to go ahead and put 1 more in Stand Your Ground. And... oh, you know what? This is what I wanted to do. Well, since it's free to redo masteries, I might redo these and put 1 point into willpower and remove 1 from Stand Your Ground later on. But Oh, I totally messed up there. Okay, I am going to redo these. Recovery. I wanted 3 in recovery. I'll do that later. That won't be a big deal. So yeah. So I messed up on that. Okay, so now we are done with that. We're going to go back and... you know what? I didn't check to see what the PI was for certain champs. I wanted to do that, and I messed up on that. Let's see. Let's see if I see a noticeable difference in Wolverine though. 49.89. I do think that went up a bit. Rogue is at 6,200. I think that went up. I don't think she was at 6,000 before. Okay. So let's go ahead and go into Realm of Legends again, and we'll do one more fight. And like before, I will speed it up so that you guys don't have to sit through the long fight, even though I'm expecting this one to be a bit shorter. So I'll have to go back and check, but I'll probably put the numbers in the description below. Or, well, we'll see, I probably won't. But 437 hits, I believe it was. So here we go. I will see you guys soon. Alright guys, wow, that was that did it a lot faster and with a lot less hits. I think we had 437 for the first one, and this one was at 331 hits. And I definitely noticed the I don't know how fast the numbers are going up in the or will go up when I speed up the video, but the increase in attack was really nice to see. Let's go ahead and just take a real quick look at the mastery, the assassin mastery. I didn't really get a chance to read it. I didn't read it for you guys, and I'm sorry about that. So it says, against enemies below 18% health, your champions gain 60% attack and decrease enemies' defensive ability accuracy by 20%. If enemies start the fight below 18%, your champions also gain 30% offensive ability accuracy. So at rank 5 out of 5, you gain 60% attack when the opponent is below 18% health. So that's a lot of attack, and so it really just helps you to just end the fight really quick, or much faster, much faster. And then also the decrease in enemies' defensive ability accuracy is really good too, and that'll help, I think, Black Widow as well. Although I'm not sure. It sounds almost like that only helps. You know, that would only be a benefit to Black Widow when the opponent's under 18% health, or maybe that's only for. Yeah, it sounds like it's the same for attacks as for that. Anyway, so there's that, and then also deep wounds. So bleed your champions inflict last 2.5 seconds longer. So that's basically it. Bleed instantly strikes down an additional 1% max health from enemies, or if they have more health points than their target. So anyway, so that's that. So deep wounds at 5 out of 5, and assassin 5 out of 5 for the Winter Soldier fight in Realm of Legends, using a maxed out Wolverine. Over 100 hits less, over 100 hits or 100 fewer hits, which is really good. Anyway, guys, that'll do it for the video. Sorry it was longer than I really thought it was going to be. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. If you want to subscribe, of course, and comment below. Let me know what you think and about the video and about the masteries, and also share with your friends and alliance members and anyone else who you think might like the content. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye.